Okay, we're recording. Hopefully this works. I know I'm like super inconsistent about recording, but I think that makes it mysterious. Just kidding. Okay, Summit was amazing. It was like a fantasy land of just fun and hanging out. And y'all already know, I don't feel like I need to tell you. I think y'all saw like, dang, I should have went. But I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But if you had a little bit of FOMO, it's totally natural. I think a lot of girls can speak on the fact that they all had a summit they didn't go to and sat back and was like, damn, that sucks that I'm not there. So we're going to talk about our take so much FOMO. Yeah. It truly is fun. Like there's no hidden, like what you saw was really it. Like it wasn't fake fun. It wasn't fake excitement. It really was exciting and fun. I swear. You know, sometimes you're like, is it though? I love getting there Wednesday. So the sessions don't start until Thursday night, but I personally love getting there Wednesday. It's a travel day. Then you can kind of like, some people have great travel days and some people it's a little bit more long-winded. So you can kind of decompress. You go out to dinner, get to know everyone of like, oh my God, I saw you on social media, but I don't really know you. Or like for Jordan and Tori, that's the only time they ever get to see each other. And so it's like you get reunited with your best friends, like your business best friends. Like, you know, we may only like and comment on our pictures, but we besties though, you know? And it's this weird coaching world where that happens. Then Thursdays, it's workout, group workout, and taking photos around the city, exploring, super fun. You register, go shopping at the core where they have Beachbody stuff. Like I got the cutest Beachbody sweatshirt. Honestly, y'all need to check out the apparel because their shit is cute and comfy, okay? Like I was always like, I don't need anything Beachbody. But I'm excited about the sweatshirt I bought. And they came out with collagen for skin, hair, nails, keep us young. And it's so well priced, super competitive pricing. So plenty of people are taking collagen. Like there's just so much stuff happening. And we're going to spend the rest of this month really talking about all this stuff. This call isn't going to be about all the products coming out, just really, but more mindset stuff. And then we have the opening ceremony Thursday. Then Friday, your super trainer workouts, opening session, we had Rachel Hollis, which was amazing. We'll talk about that in a second. Lunch, there's plenty of time to relax, decompress, and eat. And then afternoon sessions, trainings from top coaches who are doing amazing, successful things. Then Friday night, you can win a Success Club party. That's the one I was at the tailgate by hitting Success Club and other things. Then Saturday, it's a super workout out in the streets of the city. Thousands of people. It's amazing. It was lit. I love it. Everyone's like half asleep and I'm like, ah! Like literally I'm gyrating in the street constantly. Like it's a sight. If nothing else, just to watch me. Like when I say gyrate, it's true. Yeah. Witnesses. Okay. And then open it like another more motivational speakers. Then lunch, sessions, closing ceremony. Sunday is travel day. So super fun. Super fun. I've been to other work conferences before. And this isn't like those. This is great. Okay, well, I'm going to share my screen because I got a couple things and I wanted to be organized. So here was us at the morning workout. And it's crazy because my first summit 4 years ago, it was me, Raquel, Jessica, and one other coach that is no longer doing it. And tomorrow I'm going to share a photo and we recreated this year. My first summit, we didn't know anybody. We sat in the nosebleeds in the stadium and we were sweating. We sat on the sunny side because it was in Tennessee and it's not closed, it's open. We're like sweating in uncomfortable shoes, getting blisters and like totally no idea what the fuck we're doing. But we were like, oh my gosh. And we saw people walking across the stage and like you guys saw on my social media where I, you know, getting awards, and we're like, that needs to be us. And we set that goal, and it's just crazy to think that at the super workouts, it was just us like kind of in the street, like what the fuck is going on, to like now having coaches, bring coaches, and having such a big posse. It's like literally indescribable. And just one thing to be sure of, that you should be sure of, and like the biggest thing, and then I'm going to talk about, is like, you're no different than I'm not better than you, right? I'm not, the top coaches are not better than you. You can have this many of your coaches at Summit. Absolutely, 100%. Like, you just have to believe it. And the theme of Summit was you belong here. And it's so true. Like, I don't want any of y'all to ever think like, oh, I can't be like Jen or like Raquel or Jessica or Rachel. Like, they have all this and that and blah. It's like, no, like, trust me, you're going to see this picture tomorrow. And like, I don't even look like myself. Like, the comparison is crazy. Just like super lost, like little puppy to like this majestic unicorn is really the only comparison I can think of. Like, I'm like a raggedy, like, to like unicorn. It's crazy. You're going to see it. They saw the photo. Don't we look so different. We look so young. Like,
yeah.
Summit. So now we're like slay. What's up? Right. Anyway, okay. Biggest takeaways, and Jordan and Daniela, I don't know if Jordan's on. Tori, Melly, I don't know if she's on. I can't really see everything now. But the first thing is, my biggest thing right now is, we know the term knowledge is power, but really, and this is from Rachel Hall, she said applied knowledge is power. So what I didn't know about her, because while I know her books and her podcast and I love her, I never really like researched her and her history and her stats and credentials, right? I was just like, damn, she's badass. She never went to college. She has a high school diploma. She has not taken one writing course and has never had like a writing coach. And she is a like top selling author, motivational speaker, running a multimedia company, making hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, wow. And she basically said that, you know, everything she learned, the internet is free. And so if you have this fear about this business, or you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I just don't know how to grow a following. I don't know how to invite or talk about the business. It's like, look it up. If you don't know how to do something and you're using that, the internet is amazing, and there's literally so much you can get from it. And so I love that. But while knowledge is good, you can go on training calls, you can do all these things, you can go to Summit. If you don't apply what you learn and just do it, you're always just going to be stuck in the corner. So I just love that little. The only difference between you and the top coaches is they've simply outworked us. That was a big thing. So like Rachel Hollis, she again said it. She was like, I don't have the education. Like, I'm probably not the smartest person. I know I'm not the smartest person in this room. And all these things, but I will outwork you every time. Like, homegirl was in Hawaii, flew to go to this motivational, to Beachbody conference, was flying back to go do something else, has a Rise conference coming up. Like, she's all over the place. Like, that's why she's making so much money. She's willing to outwork the people who are sitting back and being lazy. And I was like, wow. And that kind of drove me with that like badass business hour today. And you saw those different things that I put in the event section, because it's like, I know these top coaches, they're not better than me. They're not smarter than me. They're not whatever. Like, some might be, I don't know, like whatever, but they have outworked me. And if I can keep that mentality of like, I'm going to show up and work every day, like, I'm excited to see what happens, because I'm not perfect. I'm human. I can control showing up and doing the work. Right? My other thing, Atomic Habits. So I was in a STAR leadership training about habits, And I have it listed there as the coach, but the explanation he used is he had a client. So he's a habit coach. And for me, a habit I want to work on is working my business every day, like non-negotiable, doing it, showing up and doing the things, right? All of us do. And he told a story about a client he has who wants to start losing weight. And he said, I want to start working out every day for, I want to go to the gym and work out. I need to make this a habit in my life or I'm going to develop chronic illnesses and be obese. I need help. And so he said, before you can become the guy that works out at the gym for 45 minutes, you have to first become the guy that goes to the gym. So what he had his client do for 3 weeks, get after work, get dressed, because this is a totally new habit, right? He used to get up from work, turn on the TV and, graze on food, right? So for 3 weeks, he had him get dressed, drive to the gym, get out of his car, walk in the gym 5 minutes, and then walk out and drive home. Because he first had to develop just driving to the gym after work. That's step one. Then once he was able to do that, like it was nothing. Like, of course I'm going to drive to the gym. Like non-negotiable. It's done. It's happening. Then he was able to tack on that actual workout. And that wasn't as hard because we stop ourselves from doing something. And this is something we can tell our challengers too, is because it's like if he knew all of a sudden cold turkey, he had to go in, get dressed after work, he's exhausted, drive to the gym, work out for 45 minutes, that is not going to last every day. He's going to struggle and he's going to fail. The last concept I didn't write on here was that he said, never twice. So, never miss twice was the big thing with his habit coaching. And this is a book. Atomic Habits is a book that I'm personally going to get the Audible and listen to. But have yourself some grace. So yeah, were there some days where he didn't get to drive into the gym or didn't actually go? Yes. So have grace, but never miss twice. And so what he does is he has a paper like calendar with all the days. And when he, for what we can do is with a tracker, you do a check on the days. And if stuff happens, give yourself some grace. You just cross it out. It didn't happen today. And that's okay. Instead of being like, fuck, Jen did her tracker. I didn't even fucking do it. But I got to do this. And the baby's crying. And my mother-in-law's coming to town. And I've got to shave my legs and my vagina. That's weird. Whoa, too much. Weird. But, you're crazy. You just say it didn't happen today. But then tomorrow you say never miss twice and you get going on it. And I thought that was so cool. So I'm going to work on tomorrow during my work on team stuff. Cause I also have to I'll work on stuff for y'all for 5 hours and not work my business, which is not good. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow where it's just, or you can just print out a calendar, but you should have it be a paper thing that you can check and cross off. Cause when you see those X's, you're going to see some X's in the month, but you're never going to see 2 in a row. That's the goal. And that was just I need to do that. I need to see that. Okay. Serve the people at your dinner table. So this was amazing. Oh my God. Cause the number one question I get from y'all and other people is, how do I grow a following? So the same people keep watching my story. The same people keep liking my posts. Nobody new is coming to my page. How do I grow a following? How do I grow a following? I'm like, I don't know. I grew mine when the algorithm was easier. Truth, facts. I'm not growing my Instagram right now, really. If you looked at my numbers this year, it's fluctuates like crazy. I haven't had massive growth this year because I haven't gotten the algorithm figured out. But anyway, so Ashley Molstead, she's the top coach. She's explained this. So think of your business. It's it's a dinner party. So you are hosting a dinner party. You invite all of your closest friends and family to this party. You're super excited. They're excited to be there. They know you. They love coming over. And as you sit down to eat, you've prepared the meal. You've decorated the house. You got them there. You sent out the invites. They come. You're sitting down to eat. And they're ready. They're sitting there. They're waiting to eat, but you're nowhere to be found. You're outside banging pots and pans, calling to the neighbors, to strangers who you don't know to say, come on over to my dinner party. Who wants to come over? And your guests that are sitting there are like, this is fucking awkward. Like, she's not even here. Like, we should maybe just leave. Like, this isn't really that fun. Like, but instead, what we need to do is, if you're chasing those new followers, that's what's happening. Instead, at your dinner party, you have games. You have a fun outfit. You're telling stories. You have everyone gathered around. You're eating on time. You bring out the dessert because everyone loves dessert. You know, then afterwards you're doing karaoke. You're like, oh my God. They're like, oh shit, this is the best dinner party of my life, right? And instead of you going outside banging pots and pans trying to get strangers to come over, what's happening instead is your friends and family are on their phones Snapchatting, Instagram storying, and they're telling their friends, you've got to come to this dinner party with me next week because she throws a bomb-ass dinner party. This is fucking fun. You need to come. And that's how you get growth from other people. So moral of the story, you need to dive in and dig deep to the people who are already following you. Like, if there is someone on this call that has talked to every single follower and invited them and have literally no one else invite, okay, let's have that conversation. But what we need to do is go through your followers, type in every day, type in a different letter. Go through and engage with them. See if they are actually wanting to come to your dinner party and want to join it. But then also making sure your dinner party is lit. That's talking about your posts, your IG story. You know a good party from a bad party, right? The same way you know a good social media account from not. Look at the social media accounts you like to follow. Not Beachbody coaches, but just maybe they are, maybe they're just other people. Like what about them do you enjoy, right? And that leads me into storytelling. This was a big thing, and it's something I know I need to do more of. But this weekend I was doing a lot of storytelling. I was talking a lot about like my feelings and my coach story and whatever. And like my engagement is through the roof because this weekend, my social media dinner party was fucking lit. So how can I get that every single day, 365, when I'm not getting dressed up and going to parties and like doing all this fun shit, right? But that is the goal, is telling stories so it evokes emotion, it evokes dopamine and makes people want to know like, well, what's next? Like what's going to happen, right? I teed up Summit by doing a whole story about me going dress shopping. You know, I teed it up. It was a home run, grand slam out of the park. But that's how you have to tee up life. You tee up a challenge group, things like that. So storytelling is huge. It's so easy to just say, having, I don't know, I should have thought about an example, but, week 2, it's Monday, new week, new vision, new goals, blah, 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 right? Like I do that post all the time. I need to be better. I'm talking to myself here. Instead, how can we tell a story of like, talk about, maybe you describe a Monday before you were a coach or part of a challenge group. What was that Monday like? Or you tell a story about a message you received from a challenger last night. Something like that then tees off into it being week 2. So storytelling is huge. And that's a big thing I want to work on with y'all with training is how can we all get better with storytelling? Because if you can become a good storyteller, then you can develop a good brand on social media for sure. Okay. Takeaways. Now, team focus. You saw today, there was a lot of notifications and events. So I want accountability. And if these times don't fit into your life right now, like that's okay. You can also team up with another coach that maybe your times do align, but I'm setting this to whether it's you joining or it motivates you and inspires you to find another coach to also set this up, because I think all of us need this, especially me. So I want to do a morning slay Zoom, 7:15 a.m. Central Time. Now, again, if this time doesn't work for you, maybe infuse, you say, okay, I want a morning slay at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Who's with me, right? But there if we can make habits sexy and attractive, and then like knowing there's a Zoom I have to be on for this workout, I'm not going to just say, well, I work for myself, fuck it, I can work out whenever I want, which is what I've been doing. But I need to get a little bit more diligent so I don't get outworked. I'm ready to work, okay? The BABA, I don't know how to say that, Badass Biz Hour from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. That was, today was the first one. It was awesome. Even if no one shows up, I'm going to hop on that Zoom and I'm going to be there because I need to be there. I need to show up for my business. My life is about to be totally 365. So, you know, got to do it. Monday calls. The Q&A is at 7:30. Y'all should all be on it anyway, even if you don't have questions, because maybe you can answer them. But also showing that for your followers that we offer a Q&A for new coaches or for anyone is good. And that is a way for me to be available to you guys. Team training, 8. Then I want to start a leadership call at 8:30. I haven't decided if it's invite only or I set certain standards, but it's definitely going to be only people who not just wanting to work the business, but it's reflecting in the results. So I'll probably do qualifications for it. Like you have to be hitting, maybe it's TV, maybe it's something like that. Probably TV. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But I want to offer that where it's definitely more higher level, like you're past Emerald, you understand what it takes to get to Diamond to the next level. And it's just how can I push you into the right direction for that? If that makes sense. Does that sound good to y'all to have that? Mm-hmm. Cool. And it's just going to grow. And even if it's me and Tori on that call, then soon it's going to grow to more. We'll see. Right? Because she was the only one that said, mm-hmm. That's why I said that. Okay. For one-on-ones, I'm going to stick with I know I haven't done a TV chart. Again, I'm not perfect. I'm going to be better. I'm going to try. If you're over 100 TV, you have the option to get on a one-on-one call with me. And that's where we are going to dive into, like specifically, I'll look at your social media. Specifically, I'll look at your invites and your conversations or your back office, your volume. We'll talk placement, strategy, all that. But basically to get over 100 TV, you need to be selling stuff. And just to kind of make you understand it, for example, Beachbody On Demand 1-year subscription is like 50 TV points. So everything has TV attached to it. You can see it in BB links on that app or on the share cart. You can kind of see it, or just when you see your orders. So when you're selling stuff, if you want to get on a call with me one-on-one, and I'm available, and we'll go into this, but you know, if you really want to dive into it, you know, sell to Beachbody On Demand, or you do a challenge pack and an energize, and you've got a call, or recurring Shakeology orders. I think recurring Shakeology, it's like 30 TV. So as long as you're selling stuff and you have customers, and basically if your store, your business is open and you're interacting with people, then yeah, we're going to talk business. Okay. Now I want to start accountability pods. I don't know ranks, or this is where I was going to get feedback from y'all. Right now, I just have one message pod that was set up with people who, I mean, it's everyone on this call, I think. Maybe. I don't know if everyone's on it. But I was thinking of trying to figure out ways to do message pod, like maybe less people so people don't get lost. So it's like very obvious if you're not answering. I think the message pod we have is pretty big right now. And I'd love to kind of make them smaller so that it is way more personal. And like I said, no one can just get lost by just reading along and not really bringing anything to the table. So I was thinking like new coaches. So for all of us, whoever has new coaches, we have a message pod for that month maybe, or we could get to a point where it's that week because we're just like bringing in so many new coaches together. There's that idea. I don't know if anyone has other ideas, or if you just hit Emerald, like maybe it's you have less than 2 coaches, or I don't know, or we could do it based on your favorite color.
I just created a message pod with my brand new coaches immediately with them, because they're really all on track on the same page right now. So that is how I'm going to do those guys, I think. And then once maybe they start to level up a little bit more from there, they'll be able to branch out from there. Okay. I feel like there's almost like 3 stages of coaching. Like I feel like there is brand new, never done a challenge group, and you're signing up to work the business. And then I feel like there's like a level 2 where you're really familiar with the fitness stuff and the workouts, and you can talk about Shakeology and meal plans. And then there's like a level 3 where you like know all that stuff and like you're dabbling in social media too, as far as like the new coaches go. I don't know if that makes sense or if you agree, but that's kind of what I've seen.
Now, what about for existing coaches, like all y'all?
I feel like that would be like running, jogging, sprinting.
Yeah.
So like
also maybe not even that. Yeah, running, jogging, sprinting. But I feel like it changes too in seasons.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking is maybe we talk goals. Like maybe I do a poll.
Yeah, hobby coach versus working.
But I don't. Yeah, or goals of like I want to end the year 2-star or above.
Mm-hmm.
And that means actively recruiting, doing sneak peeks, posting your tracker, getting on business Zooms.
Yeah.
Right? And then we do, I want to end a diamond. Coach means, to me, that's like a hobby. Diamond is like hobby. Like you're going to sell some discount coaches. Like in 6 months, you should definitely be a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's kind of like, okay, I'm selling Shakeology. I'm doing the things, but I'm not really trying to like go all in with this just yet, but I want to increase my income because otherwise what am I doing here?
Right.
And then maybe, because I feel like if you're not one of those 2, and then obviously brand new coaches.
Yeah.
If you're not one of those 2, you kind of just don't need to be in a message pod.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're a walker, right? How does that sound for all y'all? What do you guys think? Because I think if we set the goal of everyone who wants to be 2-star above and you're in that, like it's the kind of thing, like, for example, Danny and I, my success partner, right? We have both said we're hitting Premier, and there was no way she was going to hit Premier and I didn't. Like that was just not going to happen. And I want that intensity to be in that message pod where you're like, where it's like, oh shoot, Tori just added 2 coaches. I got to add 2 coaches. Like we've got to go. Like, like, you have that mindset of like, no. Like she's not going to get this.
Yeah.
Like we're getting it together. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I would personally like that. Like, yeah, I'm just ranked Emerald, but like the goals that I have, I need people that are like around me. You get pushed by people who are above you. Like, push pods. There we go. Like a push pod. So like I'm Emerald, but I'm pushing to get like, I want to finish the year 2-star diamond. I want to finish the year like, Tori and I both have a goal. We're going to finish by Summit. We're going to be 5-star. Like,
yeah, I think push pods based on hustle mode. Like, who wants to get in the habit? Like, because I want there to be a mess of like get in the habit of like really pushing, but then also be the type of person that's like, I know one day I'm ready to push, but right now I'm gonna just like when I can work, I'll work, and when I can get on calls, I'll get on calls, kind of thing. And there's not.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like,
no, there's not, because the biggest thing I want y'all to think about if you're on this call is the worst. Like, I'd rather you, if you're not for sure right now sitting on this call, like, oh my God, I am all the way hustle mode. Like, I'm fucking going. Like, I want someone to push me to every day do this thing. If you're not automatically sitting there, like, that's me. I'd rather you start in the, like, I'm still figuring this out, trying to find my, like, groove as a coach. Yeah. One, and then say, Jen, I want to be pushed harder. Put me in the next one. I'd rather that than you ghost and do a fade out and then me have to awkwardly take you out of the like hustle hard message where it's like this awkward conversation of like you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So think about it. So tomorrow, look out for, I'm going to do the Never Miss Twice calendar, and I'm going to do a poll about this. And we'll make push pods off of that. That was my hand.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're almost done. I know this is a little longer, but it's really good stuff. Getting organized. I had this question before, so I just wanted to clear some things up because now we have all these other things and there's so many links and Zooms. Slay Babe Gang is a challenge group. If you are a coach, you should be posting in there, right? If you haven't yet done your live video and introduce yourself, do that. Take accountability, take ownership of this because it's easier to invite when you are adding value into it because it'll feel like yours. Fuse Empire is our team page, our coaches team page. This is a great place for questions and tag your upline. The biggest thing I want to really be clear of as you bring on coaches or if you have an upline on this call is post your questions in Fuse Empire versus just texting your coach or post them in your push pods because more people can answer them and there's just a lot of pressure put on when a question gets asked to one person, right? If you post a question in Fuse Empire or your message pod, one in Fuse Empire, you have like 60 people that can answer. Or in a message pod, you have 5 people that can answer versus just texting one person waiting for when they finally get around to your message, right? So honestly, I feel like it's better. And I'm not saying because I'm like, I don't want you to message me or anything. Personally, it's more of like, you're going to get better answers if you post it in team pages and message pods. But tag your upline. If I'm your upline, tag me and I'll see it if you for sure want my personal answer, but then you can also get other people's answers. The message pod is going to be the place for sure questions, but also the like actively working your business. Like I just signed up a coach. I'm talking to customers. I'm doing my power hour. I'm getting done. Like, boom, I feel like a badass bitch. Like whatever, it's gifts. It's like, right? It's all that. Okay. But team page, you can also, if you find a cool article or a good blog, whatever. Team VIP is our upline. This is just a really good resource with a lot of great info. And I recommend for all of these things, you have a certain time, which is like your group check time, where you go in and you check out Slay Babe Gang. What did I miss? Who can I engage with? Who can I give some hearts and some great job? You're doing awesome today. I love your outfit. Go into Fuse Empire. What crazy shit or 10 notifications do I have from Jen that I need to check? That's just how my brain works. If you meet me in person, I feel like it makes more sense. But those that know me, it's crazy. Everything that's happening in here is like, from the moment I wake up. And then when I go to sleep, what's really funny, the girls didn't realize this, is like I literally, like, I have like a switch. Like when it's time to go to bed, it's just like off. I'm like this. I'm asleep. Like it's done.
Sure. It's kind of creepy, but it's true.
It's like
it was so weird. She didn't move. Like she lays down and does not move.
Like it looked like she died for a second. We're like,
yeah. I unplug, and then when I wake up, I literally
she hits the light switch on, blinds you to death, and she's like, "We're awake."
Yeah. I'm
like, no, we're not. I'm asleep.
Yeah. I really do that. I've always been that way. So yeah, and then Team VIP. So use those. So hopefully that clears things up. And if you're unsure, just post. For me, when I have questions, like I'll just post it everywhere. And I'm like, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Somehow I'll find the question, but I hardly ever just like ask Raquel questions because I'm like, shoot, I want to see everyone's answer. Like, let's get it going. Let's get a good message thread here. So if you have someone like, hey, someone said they found this weird article about Shakeology and how it has blah, blah, blah in it. Like, you're better off putting that in TVIP, Fuse Empire, versus texting your upline coach. Because your coach is like, fuck, I don't know. Shit. Cool. Team goals. So I'm putting this out there. For me personally, I really want our team to be a 5-star Diamond Elite team. I really, really do. I know we can do this. And there's certain people, the way the downline works, that matter more. But really, besides that, I believe that before we can be a 5-star Diamond team, right, we've got to reverse engineer that. So before being a 5-star Diamond team, we need to reverse that step down. Is like, we need coaches who want to be Star Diamond coaches. Then when we reverse that, is we have to be a team that is recruiting coaches. To reverse that, we have to be a team that actively shows up to their business and works. And so while the goal is up there, my mistake in the past is I spew out 5-star elite team, and I literally don't talk about all this space here. And I don't work on this in here. Because you can cast out a vision and a goal, but until you reverse engineer it, and before, like I said, before we can be this 5-star elite team where everyone's making money, everyone's super happy, everyone is leading their own team of coaches, because that's a 5-star diamond team. It's not one coach having 5 diamonds that are made out of discount coaches. That's not a 5-star diamond elite team that I want. The 5-star diamond elite team that I want to be a part of are coaches that have badass coaches, that have a team, that are doing, group dinners at Summit together. Like, that's what I want. And so we've got to break down the basics of just, we've got to do our work every day, including myself. And so I'm down in the trenches, leading from the front with you. And that's me being vulnerable in saying, like, I'm going to hop on a Zoom and I'm going to do it and hold myself accountable and never miss twice. Because I truthfully believe if we stick to our tracker, never miss twice as a team, it's just inevitable by the end of the year we're going to hit that goal. Like, we don't even have to think about it. Like, I've said it now, and then I'm not going to even stress or worry about it because we're all going to be showing up and doing the things that it's just inevitable that it's going to happen. It just is. Because if you commit to a program and do your tracker every day and be obsessed and excited, like, it's just going to happen. Okay, next thing. Summit next year. Okay, July 15th to 19th. Pencil it in. Send it to your besties, everyone who's possibly getting engaged and married, and grandparents and anniversaries, your parents. Like, literally send out a text. I am busy July 15th through 19th, 2020. Post it on your Facebook. Don't get married then. Don't do that. Like, if you have your crew, tell them that you're not allowed to get married then. I'm going to this. But I wanted to show you guys, just in case y'all don't go and watch it, we're going to watch the promo video. I love it. So yeah, I was in it slightly. We were dancing. I was in an orange romper, but anywho.
It's so fun.
Yeah, so fun. Even watching it, I was there. I was like, oh my God, I want to go there. So tonight, right? It's July 15th. Is that right? Or it's the 14th? No. Yeah, it's the 15th. It's 1:25 for about a couple more hours till like 2 a.m. So I know Jordan has bought her ticket, Claire, myself, Daniela. So
yeah.
I just booked mine too.
Dory, I don't know the price, like what it goes up to. Someone asked me that, and I have no idea. Do y'all know what it goes up
It's
to?
$225.
It goes to $225 after the 15th.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because when I became a new coach, I got the $150 price. That's non-refundable.
Yeah.
And if I didn't purchase it within like whatever amount of days, it went to $225.
Dang. And then I know throughout the year they've done different promo stuff. Like this past year, I think in March, it was like 185 or, you know, something like that. They try and get last minute buyers. But I definitely recommend it. And the big thing too is as you bring on new coaches, if they hit Success Club in their first 3 months, they get a free ticket. So, I mean, it's just incredible. It's so, so good. So coachsummit.com is where you need to go. It has more info. And the sooner we get people signed up, then the sooner we can also I can help you out with hotels. And I'm thinking we stayed at Embassy Suites, and I'm thinking maybe there again because it's free breakfast and they do a free happy hour, which is really nice and saves some money there versus like going to get food for every single freaking meal. What?
If there's like a large group interested, I do have a Wyndham timeshare, and there's like 4 in that very area. So basically, like, just I have to keep on alert if I have an alert set when those rooms open up, because they don't open them up yet. It's too early. But once they open up, we just book out rooms. My mom does anyways. Yeah. And then we can cancel up to 30 days beforehand. So like if anyone wants to drop out or whatever ends up happening. But yeah, the only thing that you'd have to pay is like $25. And we'd have a room for free.
You should look at, if you can look up the distance to the convention center and the stadium from those too. Just because
so I'll look them up.
Nightmare.
Yeah, there's like, it's like, it depends the walking distance. Like one walk is like 10 minutes to one and 13 minutes to the stadium. So it's not terrible, but that's an option too.
Yes.
And I'm just going to book it out once they release. I'll just book out dates, and then we don't obviously have to use it if we find something else, but it's always there just in case.
That's freaking sick. Yes. Yeah. Tax season, it's like the worst. No, yeah, it's just the worst. So we were like sprinting everywhere. And I don't know if they have scooters there or not, but hopefully. Anywho, okay, so questions. I know we're over, but questions that y'all have.
None.
About things going on. It was kind of a lot, I know. But I'm really, yeah.
I do. Okay. So tomorrow's the 16th. Does that mean that customers have access to MM100 tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Customers have access to MM100. So freaking excited. Just get that hype up and be serving up that free workout to get them in it. That committing to 100, just constantly if you've gotten your stuff in the box, like I'm gonna do an unwrapping. I haven't done it yet because life has a lot going on. So on my story, I'm gonna do an unwrapping of the stuff and talk about the decal and the tank top that you get when you join in, like that you can win and earn by joining. So for sure. Cool. Love it. Well, I'm really excited. And obviously, you know, myself, Daniela, Tori, Jordan, and Melly, like, we're super pumped up. And like Tori kind of said, is like, don't feel like, oh my God, I just don't have that mindset, so I suck or something. I don't know. Like, I want you guys, I want you to feed off my energy. I want you to feed off our energy. And you may not understand everything yet. You may still be questioning some things. But like what we learned is just like, it's so simple, you know, like commit to the workouts and let's do the freaking tracker together. So if you can hop on those Zooms that I listed out, they're in the event section of the team page, do that. Or if those times don't match up with your life, post in the team page and see, hey, who wants to start a morning sleigh here? Who wants to start a BABA at, 2 p.m., whatever, or at 6 p.m. Because you and I and all of us all know that unless we set out and make it accountable, we're not doing it. Otherwise, this whole year, we would have already been doing it every day, no problem, including myself. And so that's why I set them, because I'm not doing the things. And how can I expect any of y'all to do the things if I can't even do it every day? Mm-hmm. So, love it. Any other questions or things? You're excited? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop recording.